As all of you know, Democrats and Republicans don't always agree. But when it comes to the safety and security of Israel, we will stand together.
Bound by the principles of freedom and democracy, our partnership with Israel has spanned 6 decades.
As legislators and as Americans, we understand the importance of the United States-Israel alliance.
This past fall, Congress approved landmark legislation declaring Israel a major strategic partner. It laid the foundation for expanded cooperation in defense, intelligence, homeland security, energy, water, and agriculture. The legislation cements the partnership between our two great nations.
Last summer, when Israel faced unrelenting rocket attacks from Hamas, Congress stood by Israel's side. The House unanimously passed a resolution condemning Hamas and supporting Israel's right to defend its citizens. And Congress approved an additional $225 million in emergency funding for Iron Dome.
There is no greater responsibility a nation has to its people than the protection of its citizens. Through missile defense programs like Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow, the United States and Israel are providing the security to the people of the Jewish state. It is also why, after last year's AIPAC policy conference, 395 members of the House signed on to a letter led by Steny Hoyer and my dear friend and mentor, Eric Cantor, outlining the necessary terms for a final agreement with Iran and its nuclear program, and raising concerns about Iran's support for terrorism, its effort to promote instability in the region, and its ballistic missile programs. The United States remains committed to the security of the Israeli people. We believe the U.S. should work tirelessly alongside the State of Israel to ensure Iran does not attain a nuclear weapons capability and bring peace and stability to the region.
As Americans, Kevin and I both believe in the values of revival and renewal. It is why we travel to Israel so often and why we commit ourselves to bringing our colleagues to Israel every 2 years. In fact, Kevin and I are honored to be the senior members traveling with delegations of House Democrats and Republicans to Israel this summer. It is that same need for renewal that I believe compels so many of you to make this trip to Washington every year. Thank you for doing that.
In an increasingly unstable world where Christians and Jews and moderates and minorities are both singled out of targets of the worst act of barbarism and violence, the alliance between two of the world's greatest democracies is more critical than ever.
There has also never been, as I'm sure you agree, a more critical time for that alliance to remain strong and bipartisan.
And so we ask you to continue to work to build relationship with your members of Congress, to continue to stand up for Israel and the U.S.-Israeli relationship.
Thank you. Thank you, AIPAC, for your friendship, but more importantly, for your work and leadership. May God bless Israel and the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you very much.